Hey, Sweat and Smilers. Today, as promised, we are going to talk about my top three ways to prevent winter blues, which winter blues is just a nice fancy way of saying depression, which this time of year, the weather is crummy, finances are hard, schedules are crazy, we're dealing with a lot of family, and it can be stressful thinking about people who we've missed, think people who aren't around anymore, and the holidays have a lot of pressure involved. Pressure to make everything perfect, pressure to make everybody happy. So it is just a recipe for depression or winter blues if you prefer. And I wanted to give you my top three tips. Now, of course, I am not a licensed therapist. One day I hope to be, but I'm not at the moment. And so if you're really feeling very depressed and you feel like you need professional help, I say go get a therapist, go talk to your doctor, definitely get professional help. But I am somebody who has dealt with clinical depression my entire life, and it's just been the last 7 or 8 years that I have really found a way to prevent it for me, all year round, but especially in the winter. And I still sometimes feel myself starting to slip down, and I follow these three tips, just like I'm going to give you, and it helps pull me back up and reminds me of the control that I have over how I feel. So my top three tips right now. Number one, and you knew it was coming, you knew it, is exercise. Now, I know you're like, of course, Melissa, I already knew exercise. Everybody tells me to exercise, but it doesn't work for me. It doesn't make me happy, and I think it's a myth that it actually makes you happy. Well, of course, studies have shown exercise makes you happy. It helps improve your neurotransmitters, it helps level out your hormones. Exercise works. Here's the problem, and I deal with it with clients all the time. A lot of times we don't set ourselves up to get the most out of exercise. So see if this sounds familiar. Have you ever, the night before, you put out your clothes for the gym, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work out tomorrow, because I have to, because I ate that sandwich and then I had that chocolate and I am so fat and I have just gotten so out of shape, so I have to go to the gym tomorrow. So I'm going to put out my stuff and I have to go. And then first thing in the morning, you put on your clothes and you're like, oh, I feel like a sausage. Oh, I feel terrible. I'm going to be the fattest person at the gym. I'm going to go in and everybody's going to stare at me. And then you walk into a class and you're like, oh, everybody knows I don't know how to do this. I look stupid. I'm a failure. Why am I even here? This is the worst. That, of course, isn't going to help you feel any better. So you can exercise your butt off, but if your brain is doing that, which a lot of my clients, a lot of the people I talk to, that's where they start. And if your brain is doing that, of course you're going to be miserable. So exercise is number one, but you have to set yourself up to succeed. You have to set yourself up to feel better. So the night before, put out your gym clothes and say, you know what, I'm going to feel great tomorrow. I'm going to have some more energy tomorrow. I'm going to take 45 minutes or an hour for myself to feel better and to feel stronger. And I know I'll feel better once I get that workout done. Even if that's not how you feel about exercise now, say that enough times and it starts to work. So set yourself up for exercise to do the best that it can for you. So tip one, exercise, but not just exercise. Exercise with the right attitude. And tip number two, you knew this was coming too, but I am going to give you specifics. Your nutrition makes a big difference. The building blocks for the hormones that you need to feel better is all in your nutrition. And a lot of times in the winter, we get very nutrient deficient. So I recommend taking vitamin D supplements because we don't get enough sunlight right now. And you need more vitamin C during the winter than you would during the summer. So spinach is great. Of course, we all know oranges and grapefruit are great, but red bell peppers also have more vitamin C. And then vitamin E will really help your serotonin levels. So chickpeas and oats, things like that, will help out with you feeling better. Yes, what you put in your body makes a difference on how you feel. So use your nutrition to make yourself feel better. So step one, exercise with the right attitude. Step two, the right kind of nutrition to to build the neurotoxins, the neurotransmitters that you need to feel better. And then step 3, and this is a big one, and it's hard, but when you're starting to feel isolated, when you're starting to feel alone, which a lot of winter blues is feeling like you're the only one in the world that's going through stuff and getting very locked in your own mind and focused on your problems. This is the time to do something for somebody else. And if your first reaction is, I don't have anything to give right now, sometimes you gotta do it before you feel it. And the studies show, it's this really cool thing, we're just wired to do for other people. And if you do something nice for somebody else, it comes on to you. You doing something nice for somebody else makes you feel a million times better. They've done so many studies, and they're so much fun, where people, they've like gone out and they'll say, oh, go give money to somebody, and they've tested their hormones before and after. The person who receives the money is like, woohoo, this is kind of cool, but the person who got to give it, they feel so much better. And I'm not just talking about money. You don't have to go out and give money to everybody. I know a lot of us are strapped right now, but if you volunteer your time, if you offer to have coffee with your neighbor down the street that doesn't seem like they have a lot of company, if you, sometimes paying for something is nice, like pay for the Starbucks behind you, $4.50. If you pay for somebody's Starbucks behind you, little bitty things, making eye contact with somebody on the street and going, gosh, you look nice today. If you find a way to go out of your way and make somebody else feel good, it will improve your hormones. It will make you feel so much better. And it also has this wonderful side benefit of taking us out of our own problems and reminding us that we're connected to other people. And that is very powerful. So those are my big 3 tips. I know they seem super simple, but they are very effective. That's why they're my very top 3. So exercise with the right attitude, nutrition that'll help you build up your hormones like vitamin C and vitamin K and vitamin D supplements, and then go out and do something for somebody else. There's a wonderful calendar running around on the internet for December, and it's 25 days of selfless acts for other people, and I'll try and find it and post it because I think it's great. And if you find yourself starting to get into the winter blues slump, go ahead and look at that calendar and see what you can do to make yourself feel better. So that's all I got for today. As always, sweat and smile and be proactive about how you feel this winter. Y'all take care. Bye.